Hey everyone, my name's SMK. You can call me Steven, and welcome to How to Find Shiny Pokemon in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. The Horde encountering method in X and Y has returned in Pokemon ORAS, and it's still just as awesome as it was in X and Y. So it's very simple. Have a high level Pokemon that could take some hits from 5 Pokemon at one time. Have a Pokemon that knows the move Sweet Scent to basically force a horde of Pokemon to encounter you. And then, of course, just have some kind of Pokeballs, and you'll be basically good to go. You can kind of just follow along how Gardevoir is taking out each individual Makuhita. If you're confused of how the Pokemon laid out on your top screen reflects on your bottom screen. So always know that when you do find a shiny, you have to take out every single one but the shiny. So pretty much 4 Pokemon have to go away before you can capture the shiny. So if you do encounter more than one shiny Pokemon, I'm sorry to tell you, you have to pick. So your odds of finding a shiny Pokemon in Hordes, though, is 1 out of 819. If you've completed your National Dex and have obtained a shiny charm, you're looking around 1 in 273. Always remember, guys, that even though there are odds for finding shinies in Hordes, sometimes it's just random luck if you find it. So just remember, that's what you should be kind of looking around for finding a shiny in Hordes. But always remember, shiny hunting is always luck, and you never know when the shiny is just going to randomly appear. So in this video, I'm also going to tell you guys some more interesting information you may need to know in preparing and just general knowledge about Horde encounters that you may not know. So sit back, enjoy, and hey, let me show you one of my shiny Pokemon.
Yeah! There he is!
Alright guys, so we need some kind of Pokeballs. Get any kind of Pokeballs you really like. Obviously, I'd recommend Ultra Balls because you're more than gonna have a successful time of capturing the shiny. Also, you can get Dusk Balls when you are hunting for Hordes in caves. Next up, you need a Pokemon that knows the move Sweet Scent. So the earliest Pokemon in the game you can find that has Sweet Scent is Surskit, Route 102. He learns it at level 9. He's very rare of 1% to find just randomly, but you're more than likely going to find him pop up randomly on the Dex Nav. So have your Dex Nav tab open, because that's how actually I found mine during my first playthrough. So Surskit's probably one of the fastest Pokemon you can find in the game that has the move Sweet Scent. You can always go on Route 110, pick yourself up an Oddish. Once you capture Oddish, you'll have Sweet Scent ready to go. So that's always a nice plus if you're just kind of in a rush and you just want to get a Pokemon that has it already learned. And then the last Pokemon that has Sweet Scent is Trophus. Main reason I recommend him, he's on Route 119, 15% chance of finding him. And you can also learn the move Fly, so you can use him as your Sweet Scent Pokemon and your Flying Pokemon if you want to have like a 2-in-1 type deal thing. So where can you actually Horde encounter? You can Horde encounter Pokemon in grass. So walk into a patch of grass, use the move Sweet Scent, like, basically any other HM, and you will encounter a horde of Pokemon. So, number 1, we got some grass. Number 2, you have yourself caves. As I mentioned before, have some Dusk Balls, because when you do encounter Pokemon in caves, you'll have a better, percentage of capturing them with the Dusk Ball, and plus you can find shiny Pokemon in caves. That's a huge win too. Let's move on to the last one, which is also a little bit different. In Pokemon X and Y, you could not do this. It was impossible, because it'd be like, oh, it's raining, can't do it. Some reason why they changed it so you can actually encounter Pokemon while it's raining. So that's a huge win, and it's a big change from X and Y to ORAS. So if it is raining, you can still use Sweet Scent and make a horde of Pokemon up here. Alright guys, lastly, you cannot find hordes of Pokemon on the water, underwater, in the sky, or on mirage areas. So basically those 3 areas I showed you are the only areas you're going to be able to find some shiny Pokemon via hordes. So if you want to have an extra little tip here, is you can have a Pokemon with the ability Synchronize. It gives you a 50-50 chance to pass off that modest nature to a Pokemon you're actually shiny hunting for. So obviously if Gardevoir had a different nature, it would obviously pass off a different nature to that Pokemon. But just know it's a great thing to have if you want to pass off a certain nature to that shiny. Having any kind of sleeping move and or paralysis move is a great way to actually capture that shiny. Also using the move False Swipe is another great way to get that Pokemon down to 1 HP and makes it way easier to capture. But that's pretty much everything you guys need to know when it comes to finding shiny Pokemon in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire via Horde encounters. So hopefully this video did help you guys out. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire content. And remember, my friends, remember to be patient and just take your time when it comes to shiny hunting. You may not find it today, but it doesn't mean you're not going to find it tomorrow. Have fun, my friends. I'll see you guys in the next video. My name's SMK. You can call me Steven. I'll see you next time.